So reality is really those things that reflect our day-to-day experiences, and they also include our belief systems. So when we think about day-to-day experiences, those are things that are influenced by elements of our life. Do I have kids that I need to get off to school before I go to work? Am I a caregiver for a parent? Do I commute to work and back? Do I live in a rural area? Do I live in an urban area? Um, they're affected by my skin color, by my age, by my gender, by my body type. Those are all parts of daily experiences that influence how we see the world. Um, it's a story I like to tell is about, well, two stories I'll tell real quickly. One is about Alan Page, who some of you may have heard of. So Alan Page was a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, became a very successful attorney, became a Supreme Court justice in the state of Minnesota, one of the most highly regarded justices ever before he retired. But Alan Page was black. And so no matter how successful he was, when he would go into department stores, security guards would follow him around. So his daily experience was influenced, by his skin color. And he worked very hard to have a worldview that didn't carry animosity or anger around that. And I think that's what made him such a successful Supreme Court justice. Um, Another quick example, I grew up in a relatively small community and we ran pretty free. Uh, my kids were raised in a small community, 10,000, they could run pretty free. I was at my daughter's house one day, and kids wanted to go out to play, and she's like putting real boundaries on how far they can go and what they can do. And I almost said something to her, and then it occurred to me that she's raising kids in a town of 3.5 million people. And her worldview is very different. Her daily reality was than when I was raising her in a town of 10,000 people. So thankfully, I didn't say something. Another element I just want to mention is also our belief systems. So, what do we think is beautiful or ugly? What do we think about what's good or bad? What do we think about spirituality? Do we believe in one God or a multiple of gods? We do a lot of work with a Native American elder, and he talks about the Bison Nation and the Rock Nation and the Tree Nation. His spirituality is very different, and that influences how he hosts and facilitates. And so, those belief systems also are important to recognize.